The Denver Nuggets are in trouble. You already heard me say it. I already picked the Portland Trailblazers to beat the Denver Nuggets in 6. But the Denver Nuggets are in trouble. First things first, the Portland Trailblazers took home court advantage away from the Denver Nuggets, beating them in game 2. The injuries to Murray, the thigh injury is a significant injury. The bench production from the Denver Nuggets was horrible. They actually got outscored by the Portland bench. And Portland's going home for the next 2 games, so the bench is going to play better than that. They lose a game where the Portland Trailblazers shoot 42% from the field and like 31% from 3. The Nuggets shot 37% from the field and 20% from the 3. In a game where Lillard goes for 14 and CJ McCollum goes for 20, if I told you the Portland Trailblazers would win that game, you would tell me that's a damn lie. And that's exactly what happened. Portland essentially locked them up. There's a lot of emotional circumstances, but at the end of the day, this does not bode well for Denver. Paul Millsap once again is showing up small, and that's not really good. In terms of talent, the Blazers are deeper than the Spurs, and the Spurs took them to 7 games. Because when you look at DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Lillard, and CJ McCollum are right up there with them in terms of talent. And then you look at the guys that they're coming off the bench in Seth Curry. You had Rodney Hood, which actually started for the Cleveland Cavaliers last year. So when you have those kind of players coming off your bench, they're deeper to have a little bit more depth in terms of talent and getting their own bucket. Denver is in big trouble. They're in big trouble. They lose a game that they were not supposed to lose. One of the problems that they have is Jokic is not on the block. He has 16 points, I think 14 rebounds. He has to become a scorer in this series, or the series is going to be over in 5. I picked the Blazers in 6. After this game, this possibly could be over in 5 due to the fact that Denver is very inconsistent in terms of their production from the bench. They're inconsistent with their three-point shooting 20% from 3 at home. What happens when you go on a road? You're even more nervous. So Denver is not in really good shape. I already picked Portland to win the series, but after that game too, it really showed me something about them because they didn't have enough resolve to beat a team where both of their stars didn't even go off. So that's crazy within itself. That's horrible. There's been a lot of talk about KD, what he should do, how he should handle his situation. How if you consider him one of the greats or whatever the case is. Honestly, after this season, first of all, there's not a lot of players that can say that they won back-to-back championships. KD's in that category. If KD three-peats, there's not a lot of players that can actually say that they three-peated. LeBron James never three-peated. That's one thing KD has on LeBron James. If KD wins a championship this year, KD has 1 finals loss. He would have 3 finals wins. LeBron can't say that on his reputation. LeBron James has 6 finals losses. To me, the argument and all of this, what's going to make him happy and everything like that, Kevin Durant should stay in Golden State at least 1 more year and see if they can actually win another championship, get a 4th championship. If they win 3 championships, KD's already up there in the pantheon of great players. Right now he's already up there in the pantheon of great players. When you're a 3rd championship, you're up there with Larry Bird. You're up there with Kobe. You're up there with LeBron. I don't care what anybody else says. You're up there with them because the criteria for the players of Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq was championships. KD's winning championships. So you can't exclude him, whatever talent he had on his team or whatever the case is. Because when LeBron went back-to-back titles, nobody said, well, he had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, so those 2 don't count. Nobody ever said that. You got to respect titles. You got to respect rings. And that's just the bottom line. To me, he should stay and go to state, get his rings. You go to New York, let's just say you pair yourself with Kyrie. The Knicks have poor management. You're going to go play basketball with another guy that's ball dominant like you. Just understand this about KD. The reason KD's playing so well and he's not ball dominant is due to the fact that he's playing in a system with players that are unselfish and everything. But all KD's past history, and even some of these playoff games, when things aren't going right, KD gets into a ball-dominant phase, and sometimes he cracks under certain pressures. Not in the finals, but Sometimes in some playoff games, not in these playoff games, but look back a couple of years ago. Look back at his playoff games. Sometimes he turns over the ball, and sometimes he makes mistakes, whatever. And sometimes they got to call timeout because he's being too ball dominant. So that being said, New York to me is not a really good option unless you're just trying to make money. Because you go to New York, trust me to believe, if you have to go against the Houston Rockets in the finals, you're going to get beat. You go to New York, you have to play against the Golden State Warriors in the finals, you're going to get beat. I don't care, because just because you're the greatest player in the game right now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be beat. You can be beat. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James is living proof of this. If the Warriors could retool and get somebody like Anthony Davis, pair with Steph, Clay, and Draymond, you're done. You're done. I don't care what anybody says. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't really go to LA because you still have to compete with the Warriors. You still have to compete with the Rockets. And you already had your formula with the Warriors. You go to the LA Lakers or the Clippers. Your LA Lakers, you're in LeBron's shadow. LA Clippers, you haven't built that chemistry yet. You have a lot of pieces, but you haven't built that chemistry to see who's your number 2 guy. If they get Kawhi, maybe that bodes well. That puts you in the echelon, whatever the case is. But then again, you still have the gauntlet to run through. It's not like you have assurance and you have guys like Steph and Clay that been there before. You have guys that if you get Kawhi, yes, you've been there before. Other than that, no. The disrespect that they put on this man's name is absolutely crazy. This man is about to have, if they win this year, if they're able to win this year, if he wins 3 championships, who else can say that? 3 in a row, 3-peated. Kobe, Shaq, Jordan, Scotty, I think Bill Russell. I don't even think Magic won 3 in a row. It was like 1-1, lost 1. Come on now, guys. Let's stop disrespecting KD. Let's stop disrespecting his legacy. Let's stop making him try to go through hoops about what he should do. You're ready right now. He's in a situation where he's most comfortable. He's playing ball. He's loving it. Just enjoy what's going on now, because we don't know what decision he's gonna make in the future. But all these hyper stimulations, he has to win one in New York, and LeBron. The reason why we think LeBron's great is because he won one in Cleveland, or whatever the case is. But when he lost the first one, when we went to the finals, and Kyrie and Love went down, everybody felt like they weren't gonna win. When he went down 3-1, everybody felt like, all right, you can't even put him in the conversation with Jordan. Even right now, people are saying like LeBron's not even. You can't really consider him the GOAT. Too many finals losses, whatever the case is. So the same way you elevate LeBron and try to bring KD down, now you're trying to bring LeBron down and say, well, Jordan's still the greatest. It's like with all these criteria, the only criteria that I only understand is championships. I don't care how you get them, whatever the case is. Championships. Though you can't have a bunch of finals losses, the criteria still remains the same for all the greats. Championships. That's why Kobe was so hungry for a championship after Shaq left and stuff like that. And that's why Jordan, he elevated his legacy and everything like that. And he retired after the first 3 because he already felt like he was a legend. He's like, already in my peers, none of my peers from Isaiah Thomas to Magic Johnson, I'm not going to say I'm better than them, but they can't say that they 3-peated. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. That's most important. Not all of this crap about legacy and how you can be the best player, how can you be put in the same categories. Who cares about that? 3 championships is 3 championships, and 3 in a row is 3 in a row. You can't argue with that. That's that trifecta. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.